Sports Complex tonight. JMU 59, Hofstra 44. Coach, an opening statement on tonight.
I mean, always a battle when we play JMU in a game that we're always up and ready for. And, you know, they obviously well coached, and, you know, Sean does a good job with these guys. But I thought we, you know, we did a good job defensively and put ourselves in a position to, you know, to at least compete with him here and fell short, obviously.
You know, we talked the importance of playing a full game.
Yeah.
How come later in the stretch, you're seeing a lot of these teams for a second time as you're going to go on the road. What do you think it's going to have to take to play an entire 40 minutes?
Well, you saw again, so we calmed down, but we started that third quarter, had to call timeout really quick, right? You know, we lost connection to 55, then we lost connection to, I think, 15, and then, like, we can't afford to do that. We're not a team that can do that. You know, we're not getting a lot of, you know, help. We're not 40 point double figures like we wanted to start the year off, and we, you know, there's just, you know, I mean, you go with JMU, they've got, you know, 3 people in double figures, almost 4 with 9, and 1 with 8, 1 with 7 on a low scoring game, and then we've got, you know, 17 and 14, and then, you know, 7 not much out of our post. So it's like, you know, but we started off that, we started off that third quarter like that, and they ended up being 20 to 14, and, you know, we can't afford to do that. Can't. Yeah.
Zeke, returning back to the lineup, what have you seen in adjustments from your play now? You're just returning to the lineup. What have you seen from yourself in the past few games?
Well, I'm trying to just, integrate back into the team and just connect with my teammates again, because it's kind of tough. I've been out for a little bit, and new things have been coached while I was out, but we're getting there. So.
I mean, Books is good about leading and getting on people, but we're also realistic. Doesn't mean we're not gonna jump and she's going my bad, and they were trying to work it out. And I'm still coach her as hard, but let's just be real. I mean, Friday was her first game back.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she's just been thrown in the fire and played more than, you know, anticipated even today. So, you know, it's certainly nice having her back. Been, you know, at the right time. So we just got to keep her healthy, you know, the rest of the stretch.
Coach, hi, Andy Lipton.
Hi, Andy.
Mel Greenberg's website.
Oh, hey.
I think if I'm correct, you started your college coaching career at James Madison.
Yeah.
Does that bring back any memories, any feelings before the game?
Not anymore with Kenny being gone. You know, definitely not anymore. I mean, you always want to beat him because you know, Kenny did a great job of, you know, and I was there at the beginning of really turning the program around since Sheila Mormon. I mean, Sheila Mormon was the goddess of campus, you know, I mean, incredible back in the days when I played at NC State. So she was there, and then I loved her, and then obviously worked with Kenny, and he did a great job of getting the program back to the Sheila Mormon days. So, you know, you definitely want to beat him. You know, you want to rise to the top. Your passion just kind of bruised. You know, you guys see it with me on the sidelines. I mean, you just want to compete, you want to play hard, and you want to have a chance to beat the best. So that's you know, and I think we gave ourselves some of these chances, but you see, you know, we didn't turn the ball over as well today, as many times today, thank goodness. But we still got hurt with a lot of turnovers. I think they still scored 22 points off our turnovers and we only got 4. I mean, there's your game. There's your game.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Guys got something for Boogs or anything?
Yeah, Boogie, you had 9 assists in your last game against Towson. Today you took 18 shots. How difficult is it to sometimes balance sort of getting your own shots while also to incorporate your teammates?
It's just really based on what the defense gives me. On Friday they were throwing 3-4 people at me, so it was easy for me to find the open players and find my teammates. And then today they didn't throw as many doubles as we expected today. They played a little bit off, which allowed me to take more shots. Got some good looks, just didn't knock them down the way I wanted to. If you throw a couple honest threes in there and a couple of my shots in there, it's a different ball game, as Coach said in the locker room. So from this, just take away the positives, learn from the negatives, and bring this energy into this next weekend.
Do you think it's also based a lot on luck too? Because a lot of shots were open. You could have easily done a layup, right? It just like rolled right out. So sometimes that probably plays a mental game of getting frustrated halfway through.
I mean, I think Anna has got to get herself back in rhythm again. I still haven't had the Anna that I've had, and I knew that, right? I mean, the kid, and it's not that she's not trying, you know, so we're just getting her confidence back. I mean, we all could have used this over the last 4 games, right? And she can do that. So I felt like she looked more confident today when she got out there, and you know, I mean, it's, you can't control the offensive end, that's why you control the defensive end. You cannot control the offensive end of the game, that's why you usually don't. As long as you're taking a good shot, you know, you got to just go and go to the next, because as a player, if you ever play the game, you can't control the offensive end. I can't control this cough.
No questions?
Just a quick question. Now we're headed to the road 3 games away, going to go into Drexel, Northeastern, all these teams that you're seeing again. What are some mentalities, especially for new players, that you're going to look to really improve on and get the team going again?
That's a good question, because that's where we need to have our focus.
Yeah, I think we just need to be mentally prepared. We need to be prepared for anything. You know, like you said, we played them before, so we know exactly what they run. Maybe a couple wrinkles here and there. Just getting our heads together, getting through this week of school, catching up on our classes, and then focusing on the weekend and the next games coming up. Pushing each other in practice, continue to compete in practice is another big thing. And I thought we've been doing a great job with that in the past couple of weeks. So kind of just refocusing, letting this one go, and moving on to the next.
You know, people always say what it is when you're struggling. You know, this group it's even way different than it was last year. You know, we're coaching the living heck out of them. They're responding today. I thought they really responded today. We're not getting the results that we want, but we're not, at this point, we just got to focus on what she said, whether it's your effort in practice, your execution, going into the game, making game adjustments, and then you know, and hopefully our confidence can kind of spear with the next win and go from there. I mean, you have them around, you got to win several of these going down the stretch to get into conference, and we know that. And you know, we don't like it, we're not happy where we are, we're not happy, you know, but we are still, that's what I like about this team right now. It's way different than it was last year. Everyone is still working to get better. They're still responding, and those shots are going to fall. Those shots are eventually going to fall. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks.